Need a second. One moment. Okay. Can everybody see my screen? Can you give me a thumbs up? Or can everybody see the pink picture? Okay, perfect. So yeah, we have a lot of things going on this week, and before I walk you through it, I think it's really important that everybody gets his calendar out, your phone, or if you have like a paper calendar, and write those things down you want to participate or things that are important for your business, because I'm in the business for over 5 years now, and one thing is really you have to write those things down, because I can tell you now, and if you don't write them down, you will forget all about it tomorrow. So please take notes. Also bitte alle Kalender jetzt rausholen und alle Sachen notieren, die ich euch jetzt gleich sage. Ich werde euch jetzt ein paar Calls ansagen, ein paar Sachen, die wir so geplant haben. Und es ist einfach extrem wichtig, dass man sich Sachen aufschreibt, ja, weil man sie sonst einfach wahrscheinlich morgen schon wieder vergessen hat. Okay, so I hope everybody has his calendar out. I'm gonna start with Tuesday. So tomorrow we have a really, really exciting HHS call going on. I think maybe not everyone exactly knows what the HHS program is. So that is our program, our Healthy Hearts and Souls program. We are working with alongside our products. And inside the HHS program, we have like monthly calls with like specific topics, and some of them are in English, sometimes we have them in German, but the call tomorrow is in English. And maybe Laura, you can just say a little bit what it is about, because I don't really have that insight exactly. Maybe you just quickly wanna like tell us what is waiting for you in this call.
Yes. So I don't know, like maybe some of the German girls already like joined the German version of the call, because as you am I like quiet again? Wait, I'm gonna put myself a little bit louder because I know my microphone is sometimes really silent. So basically, for the ones like we always do, like every call, like every special call about the HHS program, we always do them like one time in German and one time in English. So we already had like the German one, we already had den Seelencall quasi mit der Sophie, mit unserem special guest, and now we're gonna have the same in English. So it's about your soul. It's like a very spiritual call, to be honest. So it's really about like, okay, what kind of like types of souls are there? It's, if you've never heard about it, just be open and like take a look. And if you want to take that knowledge, take it out. I think it's really interesting and yeah, really, really exciting as well.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Ganz kurz auf Deutsch. Also es findet morgen englischer, machen wir jetzt einfach kurz, spiritueller Call statt, also inside, in unserem Healthy Hearts and Souls Programm, wo ihr wirklich jeden dazu eigentlich einladen könnt, der Englisch redet. Also ganz egal, ob die Leute schon bei euch Kunde oder Partner sind oder noch gar nichts sind, aber sich einfach für das Thema interessieren, können die da alle sehr, sehr gern rein. Then I put on our agenda as well for tomorrow, there's also an opportunity call. Not we are hosting it, it's some people we are work with. A lot of people know Tennis and Claudia. Some of you maybe not, but it doesn't matter. They are like the ultimate pros in this business, in our industry. And they are making like a call about the product and about the business and everything. So if you have people who are interested in those topics, you can invite them. This call will be in German though. All the rest of the calls and things I'm going to talk about are in German. If there are any other English things are coming up, we will of course let you know. Also es findet morgen auch unser Opportunity Call statt von Dennis und Claudi, wo sie einfach eine Business-Präsentation machen, über die Produkte einen kurzen Part, und ihr könnt natürlich auch, wenn ihr jetzt Interessenten habt, sehr, sehr gern die dazu auf jeden Fall auch einladen. On Thursday, every Thursday we have our big Move Club team call from 20:30, and I think it's going like most of the time it takes 45 minutes, and it's just like Move Club, for everybody who doesn't know, is like the whole movement we are working with. So the people you see here in this call is just a really small part of what we are actually are. So yeah, if you don't want to miss this call, it's like a really inspirational call. You always learn something from it, and there's always so much positive and good energy in the call. So yeah, please come in. So am Donnerstag ist unser Move Club Team Call immer. Das ist wirklich von unserem gesamten Movement, also nicht nur wir jetzt hier in unserem kleinen Circle sozusagen. Und das ist auch wirklich so ein Weekly Appointment, das man eigentlich wirklich im Kalender auch drin haben sollte. Also wir haben das wirklich als komplett fixes Ding festgelegt, deswegen haben wir es euch extra auch nochmal so rausgeschrieben. Also das sollte wirklich was sein, was man nicht verpassen will, und dass man da einfach wirklich dabei ist, und da bleibt man dadurch dann einfacher up to date. So on Friday, we are having a September Reset WhatsApp party. I know that the English one is going on today or just ended before we started our team call. So most of our WhatsApp parties we are always doing in English and in German, but this week we are having the German version of the September Reset party, and you can just invite everybody who is interested in the topics health, nutrition, sports, well-being, like just invite them to this party. And Laura, Patricia, and I, we will organize all the content in there. So the only thing you have to do is to invite the people in the party, and then they can just look at the content we are putting in. Also am Freitag, ganz, ganz wichtig jetzt auch für alle Deutschsprachigen, haben wir eine September Reset Party, und Laura, Patricia und ich erstellen den ganzen Content für die Party. Das heißt, das Einzige, was ihr tun könnt, ist die Leute einfach einladen. Sie werden in der Party sehr viel inspiriert, da kommt ganz viel Input von uns. Natürlich wird auf die Produkte eingegangen, wie man das gut alles verbinden kann. Also es ist ein sehr, sehr einfacher Weg für euch, um vielleicht einfach auch Kunden abzuschließen, an denen ihr schon länger dran seid. Auch komplett neue Leute, die eigentlich noch gar nichts davon gehört haben, könnt ihr dort auch super einladen. Vielleicht kann jetzt parallel Laura oder Patrizia, vielleicht könnt ihr den Link gleich in die Gruppe stellen. Also ihr könnt jetzt anfangen, Leute da einzuladen, und die wird dann am Freitag am Abend, wird sie von 19 bis 21 Uhr dann stattfinden. Da wird dann der Content von uns reingestellt. Yes, and then on Sunday, I think this is like an optional thing. Like you can, of course, choose if you want to take part of it, but it's really great that they are offering it. So every Sunday, there is a mastermind session going on for an hour. It's always from 10 until 11 in the morning. And it's just different topics about mindset or about other things. So it's just a great opportunity to like do something for yourself and for your business brain, I would say. Am Sonntag haben wir unsere Mastermind-Session. Die findet eigentlich jeden Sonntag statt, also immer von 10 bis 11 Uhr gibt es einfach einen Call, wo die verschiedensten Themen aufgegriffen werden, und es ist einfach wirklich Soul Food für euer Gehirn, vor allem für euer Business-Gehirn. Also kommt da auf jeden Fall rein, da werdet ihr nur mit guten Sachen gefüttert, also das sind auf jeden Fall Calls, die ihr dafür sehr, sehr gut nutzen könnt. Alrighty, before I don't have the voice anymore because my throat is so itchy, that's just briefly an overview of the week. If you have any questions to the calls, or you need ideas for a call, or I don't know, you're maybe completely new to the business and you don't really know a lot about the calls, it's totally fine. Everybody goes through that in the beginning, but just hop on the calls, the ones that are in your language, and then you will get a flow of everything. That was the organization part, and now I will introduce I think
I don't know if Eddie can actually say something, because like Milan is
okay,
crying.
so both of the girls
Yeah.
okay,
So
it's fine. I have an alternative. Okay, so actually we had a little bit something different planned, but it doesn't matter. We are really spontaneous here. So I would love for you, Laura, if you could tell us what you did that your calendar was so full today. Laura just showed us her calendar and she had a lot of appointments. Yeah, I think you can maybe briefly do it in English and in German. Yeah.
I'll do it bilingual. So yeah, hi to everyone. I think that I have spoken to all of you already, so you all know me. Nice that you're all here tonight. And yes, honestly, I think so. Everyone who's like new, I've been in the business now since 6 years, and it's like basically when I get the question like, but what do you do now, like how does your day look like what's your work, it's basically the same like you do. So when the person who introduced you to the business, when they tell you, hey, look, you can work on social media or you can work without social media, you just find your own way. And that's the most important thing. Like I found a way for me which works, and for me it's like I like to combine it. I like to talk to people I know from like back in the years. I like to talk to my friends about the products. I like to talk about to new people about the products. I like to do social media as well. And so for example, today I had, I think, like 5 or 6 appointments where people were just like interested in the products or in the business. For example, one was Vivian. Welcome to the Team again. Also Vivian, willkommen nochmal im Team. Also was ihr einfach gemacht habt, jetzt mal kurz auch auf Deutsch, ist, dass ihr einfach den Weg halt nehmt, der mir halt Spaß macht. Also wenn es euch Spaß macht, über Social Media was zu machen, dann macht es das über Social Media. Wenn es euch Spaß macht, im Real Life was zu machen, dann macht es das. And for example, a lot of other appointments, they were, and I think it's a very big strength of mine that I just think very wide, and I just use every opportunity I see. Like if I, for example, see on Instagram or like let's say on Facebook, like I'm in some kind of groups, like if you're in some kind of group like Nebenjob Düsseldorf or like whatever, or like side hustle or like jobs in Malaga, if you're in some kind of groups like that, and I go on Facebook and I see that somebody posted something like, hey, I just moved to Spain, I would really like to get a new job or like whatever, and I have this and this experience, I always comment on those posts, and I always say, "Hey girl, text me. I might have something really interesting for you." Or I even text them, And so for today, for example, there was like two guys I had a potential partner call with, because I was in a WhatsApp group, and that WhatsApp group is like, it's called Digital Nomads Malaga or something like that. And in that WhatsApp group, they meet up and whatever they do, I don't even read what they do in that group. But what I did is I posted a couple days ago, I was like, hey, whoever is interested in the topics of health and fitness and is still looking for like a side hustle, let me know. And I think 10 people texted me that they would be interested in that. Also, nutzt es auch gerne, wenn ihr zum Beispiel in irgendwelchen Gruppen drinnen seid oder was auch immer. Ihr nutzt es immer voll aus, dass wenn ihr irgendwo seht, hey, irgendwer, also man kann es ja mal anbieten, so, hey, ihr wird gar nicht viele Informationen geben, ihr müsst da gar nicht so voll rein, okay, und es geht um Produkte und es geht um das und das und das, sondern einfach, okay, hey, alle, die sich für das und das Thema interessieren, schreibt es mir mal gerne. Ihr hättet da vielleicht was Cooles. Und dann muss man halt einfach ein bisschen schauen, dass man mit den Menschen halt einfach rausfindet, okay, will ich den Menschen vorher schon ein paar Infos geben. Zum Beispiel die Vivian habe ich über Instagram kennengelernt. Habe sie auf Instagram, oder Vivian? Ich glaube schon, gell? Ich glaube, ich habe die auf, oder war es auf Bumble? Bin mir gerade nicht sicher. Okay, sie nickt schon. Genau.
Bumble.
Genau, wir haben uns auf Bumble connected. Also nutzt einfach mal alle Möglichkeiten, die es so gibt, sich mit neuen Menschen zu connecten, weil das ist genau das, was wir machen. So it's so important to just like use all the opportunities to connect with people. That is our business. We just connect with people and we figure out if they have a need. If Vivian would not have had the need that she at some point in her life wants to also move to Spain and like be free, then I maybe wouldn't even have shown her. But I know, okay, she also has like a need. So why wouldn't I show her an opportunity which might be super helpful for that? Genau, ich glaube, es hat mir jetzt eh jeder halbwegs verstanden, oder? Und vielleicht nur ein letzter Punkt, sorry. One appointment, one potential customer call was actually because I connected one time with a guy. He's a doctor in Malaga, and I met up with him, and he was interested in the business, and I think he didn't want to, like, I think he didn't have money to pay the franchise license, or like he wasn't really sure if he wants to get into the business because he's super happy with his job as a doctor, but he was really interested in the products. He's like, oh yeah, like the products, that's so good, like I want to recommend it to people, but he didn't want to start the business. I was like, you know what we can do also there, be creative. So I said, hey, why don't you, whenever you have clients you think they could need something, just get their telephone number, get their name, and tell them that I'm gonna get back to them. Also ich habe einen Arzt gerade in Malaga, der hat die Produkte voll cool gefunden und findet, das macht auch voll viel Sinn für alle Menschen irgendwo gefühlt. Aber er ist so beschäftigt und der hat irgendwie gar nicht so den Kopf gehabt, dass er wirklich das Business starten wollte. Und er wollte aber trotzdem die Produkte weiterempfehlen. Jetzt habe ich kreativ ihm angeboten, hey, wieso machen wir es nicht so, dass du einfach immer, wenn du jemanden hast, wo du denkst, okay, die Produkte könnten da echt hilfreich sein, ähm, krieg einfach die Telefonnummer von der Person, sag ihnen, hey, du hast eine Freundin, die da echt was Cooles macht, Natural Supplements, bla bla bla. Und da ist eben heute eben auch ein Kontakt dabei gewesen, mit der habe ich, das war eine ältere Frau, ich glaube, die war schon 60 oder so, mit der habe ich telefoniert, weil die einen hohen Cholesterinwert hat und abnehmen will. Und auch so können Kontakte entstehen. Wenn ihr jemanden habt, der eigentlich das cool findet, fragt ihn doch, ob der euch auch Empfehlungen einfach mal geben kann, wenn der Menschen kennt. Yes.
Thank you so much for sharing your calendar with us today, basically. I think there was at least one thing or one point for everyone to take out and maybe like take into action. So thank you very much, Laura. I think we can already continue or move to our last part, which Lauren will hold for us tonight. I'm really excited. So I'm not going to say a lot about it. I will just let Lauren speak for herself. Before you start, I just wanted to quickly check in. Is there someone here today that really doesn't understand any English? Just let us know. Like, you can just unmute yourself or lift your hand. Because then I would love to like translate for you a little bit in the chat, like the bullet points, because I feel like for a mindset part, true. I feel like for a mindset part, I think it's better if we just let the person talk like in once. Ganz kurz, ist jemand da, der wirklich gar kein Englisch versteht? Also überhaupt nicht schlimm, dann ganz kurz mal die Hand heben, bitte. Sandra, also für die ist Englisch sehr schwierig.
Na, ich verstehe mittlerweile schon, aber was ist es kein Thema.
Sollen wir, ist es für dich in Ordnung, wenn ich im Chat ein bisschen übersetze? Also siehst du den Chat von uns?
Ja, ich sehe schon, aber
Dann schreibe ich dir da
aber,
ein bisschen auf Deutsch mit.
ja, aber ihr habt so mittlerweile auch ein paar Sachen, wie heißt, übersetzen haben, dann ist es passt schon.
Okay, dann.
Also Inhalt habe ich schon verstanden, was ihr meint.
Yeah. Okay, Lauren, so maybe you can talk like for a few minutes and then I will give a quick review of everything you said in German. So maybe you make like 2 or 3 breaks in between your part.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So I think I'm just going to introduce myself quickly for those who don't know me. So my name's Lauren, I'm 19 years old, and I've now nearly been in the business for 2 years. So Laura just introduced me on Instagram. I thought it was too good to be true. I was a person who was super lost. I would have never imagined being like a person who would even be on like a Zoom call expressing myself right now. Like that was something so out of my comfort zone. Like I would never have pictured that in my life. Now it's one of my favorite things to do. Sometimes I do it too much. But I would love to give some tips on what's really helped me have that like shift, have that mindset shift of those limiting beliefs of I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm never going to be successful, I'm never going to be doing something that I actually enjoy, because that was my mindset 2 years ago. That was my mindset. and I compared myself a lot to people. I never thought this would be something possible for someone like me. If you want to translate, or are you doing it in the chat?
Yes, I'm doing it in the chat. I think it's fine. You can just continue.
Okay, so I've got some points that I really wanted to speak about, especially how I basically shifted my mindset. So I was a person who was very lost, but I was so hungry. Like I was so hungry for that change. Like I really wanted change. I was moving job to job. I had no clue what I wanted to do, but the way how Laura spoke to me about how work could be fun, like she really spoke to me in the language like in a language that it was understood for me, even though in the beginning it was still something I really didn't really understand, but how she explained it, her language, making me feel like it was something that I was, you know, in the beginning comfortable with, but really like at the end of the day it's like, you know, you're at like wherever your energy like flows, you know, like the focus goes, you know, where the energy flows, or the other way around, however you say it. And it's so true, because of course if I was thinking like so negatively about myself, I'm going to feel bad about myself. Of course if I think how negatively my life is going to be, of course it's going to be like that. So I really needed that change, and it's not easy. Like that would be a lie if I would say it was easy. Like you need to get out your comfort zone, and that's maybe one of the main reasons right now. If you're not seeing where you would like to go, maybe it's because you're not getting out your comfort zone. Especially your actions. Like your actions speak so much louder than your words could ever do. So really your actions speak louder than your words. Really stepping over that limiting belief of like, for example, maybe mine in my case was like I would never be able to call people, and that's what was stopping me from growing. So really just like getting out that comfort zone, and the more you do it, the easier it gets. Like just doing those little small steps every single day is going to have that impact, you know. And another great saying that I saw the other day was like success, no, what was it, it was like there's no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. Like literally you have to take the stairs. And even though it might be hard, what I love the most is that you have this amazing community of people who have probably been in the same situation as you. So if you don't get like, if you really don't speak to them about it, if you keep it to yourself, that's something that I used to do. I used to keep it to myself. And it's the same when you're like cooking, like for example pasta. If you leave the lid on, what's going to happen? It's probably going to boil up and it's going to go everywhere. So that's something that was also something that I grew from, like really talking to someone about it. That's another point. What else? Just going that extra mile. Like that's something that I've just started doing. I was like, oh no, she's not going to be interested. No, I'm not gonna talk to her about it. And then like when I did actually start going that extra mile, the people that I least expected that would be interested were the ones that actually were. I was like, oh my God, imagine if I didn't do that right now. I would be in a totally different position. So really going that extra mile, even if it's just texting that one person more, or even if it's just like staying an extra 20 minutes to work and really like hustle and get the most out of it, it's worth doing. Like really, the more work you put in right now, the more benefits you're going to see in the future. The more you get out your comfort zone right now, the easier it's going to be in the long run. And like this is another big point that really got to me. If your goal, if you're like whatever you're really wanting to achieve doesn't scare you at all, it's not big enough. Like it's not big enough at all. If your goal, like whatever it is, for example, my goal is to be able, you know, like really to have as much like freedom as possible, for example, or you know, my goal would be to talk to thousands of people in a room, you know, like that for me was so scary, and I would have never pictured that in my life. But it's actually something that I would really love to do. Like I would love to do that, even though it's so scary to me. to think of like, oh, what if I said something wrong, or what if something embarrassing would happen? But no, like if it's not scary enough, after this call, you have to like write 10 things down that scare the hell out of you, but you would love to do. For example, skydiving. That's something as well. Like skydiving was something that I was so scared of, but I would love to do it. I would love to do it. So that's just another point that I think is really important. And yeah, like find the way that works for you. Find the way that works for you is something so important as well, because not everything may be something that works for you. Like people relate to different people. So really get your story out there, like really share your story for who you are. For example, for me, it's really reaching people who are still super lost in life, who don't really know where they're going, who don't feel that they're worthy enough, because I've been in that situation. And to be honest, now thinking about it, it's selfish if I keep it to myself. So of course I'd love to share it with as many people as possible. Yeah, I think that's about it, to be honest. I hope in some way that like got to you, that you wrote something down that you can implement in your day-to-day. Thanks for listening.
Thank you so much, Lauren. Beautiful words you said right there. Yeah, I felt it. I always get goosebumps if someone speaks about this topic. So yeah, I think it touched a lot of people here in this room. Yeah, so we are actually at the end of our team call for tonight. So thank you everyone for being here. I always think you can thank yourself for showing up and wanting to grow your business. So yeah, I hope you can all go to bed with the best feeling tonight and have an amazing week. And yeah, if you want to work or see us in the Zoom, a lot of us are always hanging out here and working and hustling. So yeah, you are more than welcome to join all the time.
Bye bye. Thanks, girls.
Bye.
Gute Nacht. Also ich bin übrigens nur im Call herinnen, also wenn du wer arbeiten will, ich bin nur da.
Ja, ich bleib auch noch ein bisschen da.